to it in a little bit.
Thank
Welcome.
you, Kirsten. All right, well, I will be brief here. So I just wanted to say welcome. My name is Katie and I work at the Sacramento Public Library where books are just the beginning. We're so excited to have you for our midday yoga program, and we're excited to have local yoga instructor Kirsten Johnson with us today, and we'll get back to her in just a moment. But first, I wanted to mention a few things. So first is that everybody's line has been disabled, so you cannot unmute yourself. But if you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to use the chat function. I will be monitoring that for the duration of the program. Also, if you're having any audio related issues, please exit the program and re-enter. We find that typically that will solve that issue. And then if you need closed captioning, please click the live transcript button at the bottom of your screen. You'll click that button, wait just a moment, and then you'll see the closed captioning pop up and you can follow along. And I will put that in the chat as well. And then we ask for your grace and understanding in this virtual world that we are in right now. If there's a delay, if one of the hosts drops off, or we experience any other types of interruptions, please allow for time to resume the program. And then finally, this program is being recorded and will be shared to our YouTube channel, which is under Sacramento Public Library. So it should be available by the end of the week, so you can look for it there and share it with a friend if you'd like. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Kirsten. So Kirsten, take it away and please enjoy.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Sac Library. My name is Kirsten once again. So happy to be with you. I knew she was going to come out. Again, this week for our lunchtime midday yoga. This is going to be a gentle yoga. It's going to give you a lot of options and give you some suggestions to try. So feel free. This is all about you and your practice. Take care and listen to your body. So a little bit of the options, I'm just going to go ahead and, before we get started, and just in case you want to gather those around you. I always usually have blocks around me on the ground. There's a chair. This is a headstand bench, but you can use a chair. And then today I'm going to actually offer some options with the wall. So if you have a wall nearby you, and you want to use that as some support to your practice, by all means, all of those, any of those is all available up to you. I like it. So with that, we'll just get started. Come to a comfortable seat. So I'm going to be seated on a chair, feet on the ground, or I'm going to actually offer you to get started in child's pose. So if you're on your mat, maybe coming all the way down to your knees. If you have some padding nearby, a towel, a yoga blanket, a pillow, come all the way down to your knees. Let the knees start to widen, and then sink back to a child's pose with the chest and forehead coming toward the earth. Hands can be spread long. And then if you're seated, just come to find a comfortable seat where you feel rooted. Go ahead and we'll start in a seated kind of child's pose where you have the knees also come wider apart, walking the body all the way down, letting the head hang low. You can have hands come to blocks or hands can walk out long. Seated child's pose, or child's pose on your mat. Then just start to allow the shape of surrender of child's pose to connect with your breath. Through the breath in, through the nose. Maybe you audibly let it all out with a sigh. As you sink into the mat, sink the head toward the ground. Couple more rounds of those big, deep breaths, surrendering, letting go. Maybe just for this moment, for this practice, you are right here, letting go of your to-do list, what you have done before, what you have done going on after, and just being right here. Surrender it all, and just allow yourself to be right here with the breath. Start to connect with inhale, exhale. Feeling your breath in your body. In through the nose, out through the nose. Notice if there's any tension or tightness in anywhere. And if you can invite a little bit more intentional breath with the release. And if you'd like to invite an intention, a dedication, something to connect you with through your practice today, even if it's just, I'm going to be right here and I'm going to take a breath in and surrender it out. Do that with the next 5 rounds of breath in and release. Full breath in, full release on the exhale. And wherever you are, whether you're seated in the chair or on child's pose on your mat, walk your hands over to your right. And the hips are going to come over to the left. Giving yourself maybe the hands come out longer. You relax the shoulders away from the ears and really breathe into the side of the body, the opposite side of the body, the left side of the body. Breathe here. Sinking a little bit more back into the heels and the hips if that feels right for you. One more breath here. Inhale, and just like that, exhale, that surrender, letting go and release. On your next breath in, walk everything back through center. Neck goes long, shoulders relax, spine on the breath in. Exhale, release. And then on your next breath, walk the hands over to the opposite side, over to the left. Hips go over to the right. Breathing into this side of the body. Another full breath here. And release it all out. Come back through center. Okay. Whether you're on your mat or in a chair, go ahead and slowly rise all the way up. You'll be in either tabletop if you are on the mat, or you just be seated in the chair if you're in the chair. Go ahead, let's wiggle all that out. Wiggle it all out. There you go. You know how I like to always reset, wiggle it, shake it. This is good also, just to let go, things go, and surrender the breath. Ooh, okay. So coming back into your seat, we'll come into a little seated or cat-cows. Hands, wrists underneath the shoulders, or if you're seated, we'll breathe in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, round curve and release. Same thing on the mat. Inhale, tabletop, and round curve the spine, release. Start to create your motion of whether you want to stay this cat-cow or move it through. Just remember on the breath in, you're extending, and the breath out, you're releasing, moving with the spine, moving all through the areas of your back. There you go. Keep breathing, keep moving. And then come back to table, back to stillness. We'll incorporate a little bit of core because that actually helps with the back. So if you're seated, we'll come in into these little leg lifts. If you're on the mat, we'll do cat-cow crunch. So on your breath in, you're going to lift the right knee if you're seated, or you're going to extend the right leg. Opposite hands extends forward. And just stay in that table balance right there. Or if you're seated, you go ahead and do this too. You can also do this by engaging the core. Left, right knee lifts, right hand lifts. Ooh, okay, set everything back down. Let's do this on opposite side. Left leg goes long if you're on the mat. Right arm lifts. Same thing, lifting up the left knee. You can actually even extend the leg if you're seated. Opposite arm. This is still a lot of engagement, a lot of core. Breathe here. Don't hold the breath. Just breathe, activate, and everything comes back down. There you go. Stay right there. We'll continue that one more round, or you can do the cat-cow crunch, tiger crunch. So breathing in, right leg goes up, or right leg goes long, opposite hand, and then knee to elbow. Doing a little crunch here. Breathe in, knee to elbow. There you go. Do that 5 times on each side, or hold it still. Breathe with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, you go. There you go. And then just reverse. Opposite side when you're ready. And extend. There you go. Squeeze it all in and extend it long. One more time. Coming back to your table. At this point, we're going to come up into a down dog. I invite you to come up into a down dog. So this is your options. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, press back, and into a down dog. That's one option. You can also use blocks. Coming into a down dog on the chair, having your hands on the seat of the chair, bending the knees, extending the arms long, and it has the hips extend backwards. Third option, down dog on the wall, pressing the hands into the wall, coming up maybe at a slant. And you can walk the legs back, bending the knees, letting the chest come toward the earth. So 3 options for your down dog. When you get there, try to pedal out each leg side to side, breathing and just taking some free form movement of what do you need right here to release, surrender, and let go. And then finally finding a place of stillness where you can just be in your down dog. Remember, you can also may help to bend the knees. The soles of the feet don't have to come all the way down. It's just, where do you feel this? It's not about what it looks like, but where can you feel the yoga, the union, the connection in your breath and your body? When you're ready, walk the hands up to the knee, to the feet, or come into a forward fold. Forward fold on the wall. Turning around. Hip goes to the wall, bend the knees, let the feet come apart, head hangs low. Forward fold standing. You can cross opposite elbows as the head comes down toward the earth. Remember, also bending the knees a lot, and then forward fold seated. So find your option. Enjoy your forward fold. One more breath here. Inhale, come all the way up to the top. And then hands to the heart. Take one more breath. Just coming and connecting to this moment. Your intention to be right here. Exhale, release the arms down, find your mountain pose. We'll move through a little bit of sun salutations today. I'm gonna have a sip of water. I always, about this time, halfway through, have a sip of water. So have a sip of water whenever you need. And we'll do this 3 ways again. I'll do it first standing, wall, and seated. Okay, let's, when you're ready, inhale, have your arms reach up, coming to the top of your mat. Exhale, come onto a forward fold all the way down. On your next breath in, have your hands come meet the shins, half lift, long back, flat spine. One more breath, all the way coming down to a forward fold. Walk your hands out, coming on up into a down dog. And I'll give you a minute to come to your down dog, to play into a down dog. When you're ready, come to a 3-leg down dog. Let the right leg lift long. And since we're playing with our hips and back, give a little time to explore playing and circling some hips. Remember, down dog on the wall. You can also do this. Circling the hip. Right leg, just feeling into that. Down dog on your chair. All right, one more time. Let that Right leg goes long on the breath in. Exhale, step it all the way through, coming into a lunge. Opposite knee can come down. Opposite knee can stay lifted. And then when you get your lunge, maybe play around with bending and straightening that front leg and really noticing where that shows up and how that feels for you. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, start to lift the hands and lengthen the spine. Sink in a little bit more into that front knee, if that's available to you. Inhale, reach up long. Exhale, come on back to your three-legged down dog or to just down dog. Take time to move, wiggle, shake all the hips out, and we'll do that on the opposite side. Left leg goes long, play around. Opening up, making hip circles. One direction and the other. Then when you're ready, let the left leg extend long one more time. Breathe in. And then exhale, step it all the way through. Bending into that left knee. Right knee can come down to the mat. Or you can be right here with the wall as a support. Take a few breaths and move through this. Also bend, straighten that front knee until you find that spot where you want to land. Find the stability in your core, in your back. Breathe in and lift up. Inhale, rise. We'll stay here for another full breath in and a full release out. And then your option, once again, come back through to a three-legged dog or back to down dog. Staying here for one breath in and one breath out. Walking the hands back to the feet this time, bending the knees, forward fold you go. Breathe in, root down, rise all the way to the top. And then hands back to the heart, coming back into your mountain pose. I'm doing this round seated, but we'll go through that one more time and then we'll add on a little bit at the end. All right, mountain pose, here we go. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, start to forward fold. Seated, we're gonna come all the way back down. Half lift, hands can come on the knees. You can start to straighten the flat back all the way to your forward fold. Walk the hands forward, come on over to a down dog. You're seated, your hips are on the surface of the seat as you walk the hands forward. All right, right leg lifts. So if you're seated, come all the way up and just bend the knee into the chest. You can make some hip circles right here. And remember, opposite direction, go ahead and reverse the hip circle. There we go. Right leg goes long, or you come into, step into your your lunge. You can either come on your knee as the back leg comes down, or the back leg can stay lifted. If you're seated, you're going to turn toward the right, so that the foot and the knee will be bent, and then the left leg will go long. Stay right here in a low lunge. Breathe in, rise on up to the top. Reach up, lengthen through the spine, relax your shoulders. Breathe in, reach high. Inhale. Exhale, either come back down to a down dog, or if you're seated, you can just come back to that wide leg, forward fold or child's pose. All right, opposite side, left leg extends long, or you sit up, lifting that left leg into the chest. Might as well give your ankles and toes a little love while you're there, wherever you are. There you go. Inhale, once more time, 3-leg down dog. And then you start to turn and start to make your way over to your lunge on the left side. Maybe you set the knee down, or maybe you let the back leg lift up. Your back leg is lifted, coming into some inner strength of the thighs as you rely on the strength of your core. Breathe in, reach up, rise up, inhale. Stay right here. Soften the face, soften the jaw, breathe here. Exhale back to either 3-leg down dog, going through that series, or coming all the way to a fold. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, release. Coming back to a forward fold, breathe, inhale, and then all the way back up to the top. Hands to the heart. All right, we're going to add a little bit more onto this. Actually, coming on down all the way to your bed, to your mat, if you're on the ground. And we're going to add in a couple little, for the back of the body, little upward bends. So coming either to the seat or to the back, laying all the way down to your belly. And let the hands go long. Feel the breath. Maybe you make a little pillow for your head and just come into your breath. Right here and seated, we'll just remain right here. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, you're invited to start to bend the arms. So have the arms come out, bend the arms, and we'll come up into a cobra. So bending the elbows, opening up, and then start to lift up, feeling the strength of the back of the body. From the seat, maybe put your hands on the back of the seat, opening up, bringing the elbows together, pressing down as the heart and chest lift up. Remember, you don't have to tilt the head back. We're just opening up and relying on the strength of the back of the body. One more breath here, and lower all the way down or come up into a neutral spine. You can bend the knees and shake that out if you're on the ground, or just wiggle the shoulders. Okay, we're doing that one more time. Coming up into either a cobra, up dog, whatever expression you want to fully come into this openness into the back of the body, relying on the strength of yourself to inhale, lift, don't hold the breath, exhale. One more breath here, and then lower all the way down to the ground. When you're ready, turn around, flip on over, come into a happy baby, or just start to move. Whatever happy baby looks like to you, whatever happy baby feels like to you, just move the back, feel the back of the body release. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, start to leave the knees bent and set the soles of the feet onto the mat. We're coming into a bridge. Maybe walk the feet, heels back toward the hips. And when you're ready, start to walk the shoulder blades in, press down and lift up. If you're seated, we can also do that same thing, that bridge coming into your chair. See, this time we're going to bring the hands to the back of the seat. Press down as the shoulders start to come together and the top of the body opens up. If you want to continue this, you can also come off the seat and lift up. Lift, 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 breathe here, inhale, and slowly lower all the way back down. One more opportunity for a happy baby. Move it through all the way. And then finally coming into your final resting shape, whether that be laying and fully having your back supported. So if you're on the mat, fully allow yourself to take up as much space as you can so that the entire surface of the back of the body is supported and held with the earth beneath you. If you're seated, maybe allow yourself to sit back into the seat. Let the spine grow long, feeling the support of the object that you're seated on. Take a breath in, full breath, surrender. Today's mindful moment is a poem. Now is the time to turn towards all the love that's been waiting for you, all the life that threads itself forth with the river of spring's great thaw. Face the sun now and melt the heart open. May you enjoy and experience all the changes and the beauty and the shifts of time and seasons. When you're ready, you can start to slowly move, awaken, maybe curling yourself in a ball, giving yourself a hug, a squeeze, a thanks, a gratitude, stretching long, opening, welcoming this awakening of the body, like the awakening of the springtime, stretching, moving, whatever you need, and then coming into a seat. We'll take one breath together as we end our practice. Inhale, open the arms up, gather all of the benefits of your practice that you've given to an experience here. Let the hands come together and come down to the heart. Offer the practice in the spirit of Ubuntu. I am because we are. What you do here for yourself on the mat, may it live off of the mat and carry into the community. Thank you for your practice. Ooh, there you go. And I will turn it back over to Katie. I can't hear you, Katie. Are you talking?
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody again for joining us for midday yoga, and a big thank you to Kirsten for another amazing session. That was just great, and I love that poem at the end, so thank you for sharing it. We invite you to explore additional exercise resources in the library collection, including yoga books and DVDs, which are available right now on Hoopla. We'll be back next Wednesday at noon, so we hope to see you then. So to find a library location near you, sign up for a library card, or to talk about any upcoming programs for all ages, just go to www.saclibrary.org. So for Kirsten, myself, and the Sacramento Public Library, thank you so much and be well. Bye.